像13。
13是天水部落给我的活斩数。
还请上仙为部族重新赐名，羽翼新生。
部落名为烈火。
In episode 111 of Renegade Immortal, the story kicks off with the shocking appearance of Wang Lin's eldest disciple, 13, or Xianxia. But his arrival quickly turns tragic. The young man is mercilessly beaten until he's left crippled, and when Wang Lin learns of it, his rage erupts like a storm. Without a word, he lifts his massive battle axe and annihilates the enemy's entire family in a single, bloody act of vengeance. Among those who fall is Luo Yun, a powerful cultivator from the heavenly ghost Dao. Through Luo Yun's memories, Wang Lin uncovers key information about the mysterious land of demons and spirits. Realizing this is a place where he can rebuild his power, Wang Lin decides to establish his own force here, to recreate the legendary soul refining sect. His plan is clear: teach the tribe members how to refine souls, extract spirits, and forge their own soul flags. Without hesitation, Wang Lin sends a spiritual message to Ouyang Hua. Moments later, Ouyang rushes over, respectful as ever. Wang Lin casually tosses him 2 jade slips. As Ouyang studies them, his eyes widen in disbelief. Could this be the legendary demon slip? At Wang Lin's nod, Ouyang bravely channels his divine sense into the jade, and instantly, a complete set of cultivation formulas imprints itself in his mind. Suppressing his excitement, Ouyang listens as Wang Lin calmly explains. This is the soul refining technique. He's to learn it thoroughly, and then pass it on to every resident in the valley. For Ouyang, this is an unimaginable gift. In this harsh land, true cultivation methods are treasures most can only dream of. Trembling with gratitude, he bows deeply and swears never to forget this grace. The next 3 months pass in focused cultivation. Ouyang Hua dedicates himself entirely to the practice of soul refining, and under his guidance, the men of the valley follow his example, though with varying success. Meanwhile, Wang Lin remains in seclusion, studying the mysterious demon crystals he's collected. After countless experiments, he successfully fuses 2 together, forming a powerful third-class demon crystal brimming with demonic energy. During these months, Wang Lin emerges from seclusion 3 times to personally teach the valley cultivators, solving their problems and explaining the deeper mysteries of the soul refining technique. Slowly, the tribe's fear and suspicion of him dissolve, replaced by awe and heartfelt respect. They finally understand that Wang Lin is the one who's changed their fate. Among the practitioners, aside from the diligent Ouyang Hua, one young man particularly catches Wang Lin's attention, the very same youth who first discovered this valley while Wang Lin followed him in secret. In just 3 months, this young man, 13, has already cultivated the technique to the 3rd stage, and he's now ready to craft his very own soul banner. But in this barren land, materials for proper soul banners are scarce. So Wang Lin innovates, adapting the art to the local environment. After recording the new crafting method onto a jade slip, he calls for Ouyang Hua and 13. Standing before his master, 13's heart burns with respect and excitement. The more he studies the soul refining technique, the more he senses its terrifying potential. The idea of advancing from 10 soul banners to 100,000 fills him with awe. When Wang Lin's cold gaze lands on him, 13 straightens instantly and announces with conviction that he's ready to begin his refinement. Wang Lin nods faintly, tossing him the jade slip containing the new method. 13 accepts it reverently, reads it through his divine sense, and can't help but kneel in gratitude, knocking his head on the ground 3 times. Wang Lin simply waves him off, instructing him to focus on his craft. Once 13 completes his banner, the entire tribe plans to strike an underground cave tribe 1,000 miles away. The news spreads quickly, and the valley erupts with excitement. Everyone trains feverishly, day and night, preparing for battle. After countless failures, 13 finally succeeds. He proudly steps out before the tribe, holding a 7-foot-tall soul flag, his masterpiece. When he activates it, the flag bursts with energy, and from within emerges a roaring winged lion soul that crashes violently into the mountain wall. The crowd watches in awe as 13 explains that he'd found this dying beast deep in the jungle and had risked everything to refine its soul. The people cheer, but their joy is short-lived. Just as 13 prepares to recall the lion's soul back into the banner, disaster strikes. The beast's eyes flare red, filled with murderous intent. It lets out an earth-shaking roar and turns on 13 himself. Panic flashes across 13's face. He tries desperately to cast his spells, but something unseen binds his body. He He can only stare in horror as the lion soul's bloody maw rushes toward him. Seeing the danger, Donghua reacts instantly. He whips out his own 3-inch soul banner and summons a small sparrow-shaped spirit to intercept the beast. But the lion's power is overwhelming. Its roar blasts the sparrow spirit away effortlessly and continues its charge toward 13. Just as death seems inevitable, a thunderous voice booms across the valley, cold and commanding. "Evil beast, how dare you!" A moment later, Wang Lin steps out from the shadows. With a single stride, he appears in midair, radiating an aura so terrifying that the flying lion's soul freezes mid-pounce. Overwhelmed by Wang Lin's presence, it collapses in submission, trembling violently. Even the air seems to bend under his power. The onlookers are stunned. Donghua's admiration deepens, and the rest of the tribe can only stare in reverence. As for 13, his eyes burn with newfound fanaticism. His respect for Wang Lin has now become pure worship. A month later, under the cover of night, the valley's warriors finally set out. Armed and ready, Donghua and 13 lead their men toward the distant cave tribe. After 5 grueling days, they reach their target, and the battle begins. 13 fights like a man possessed. Working seamlessly with Donghua, he bypasses the enemy's defenses and storms the heart of the tribe. There, before everyone's eyes, he refines the soul of the enemy's elder and seals it into his soul banner, a shocking display of strength. Upon returning, Donghua immediately reports to Wang Lin, offering him a strange black stone found in the enemy's camp. Wang Lin crushes it casually, revealing a thumb-sized second-class demon crystal. Absorbing it, he fuses it with his existing crystal, upgrading it to a 5th-class demon crystal in an instant. As a reward, Wang Lin refines the elder's soul with the 4th stage of the soul refining technique, sealing it into his own banner, while granting Donghua the formula for the next level. Once Ouyang departs, Wang Lin's eyes gleam darkly. His plan is working. As his tribe grows, so will the number of demon crystals they gather. Every soul refined by his followers will ultimately feed his grand purpose, to restore the 1 billion soul banners. This is his long-term investment, patiently ripening with time. Meanwhile, the defeated captives are forced to drink bowls of demon soup, their minds clouded, their wills erased. One by one, they join the tribe, swelling its population several-fold. Soon, even these new recruits begin practicing soul refinement. Half a year passes. 13 continues to advance, and now 4 others reach the 3rd stage as well, ready to forge their own soul banners. But Wang Lin enforces strict rules. To receive the next formula, one must earn it through merit. There are only 3 ways: offer demon crystals, track down outsiders, or personally refine 10 soul banners filled with souls. So far, only Donghua has reached the 4th stage. Even 13 has managed only 7 banners. The once peaceful valley has now transformed into a fierce, warlike tribe, driven by desire for strength and guided by Wang Lin's terrifying will. Under his influence, a new wave of bloodshed is already brewing. Half a year passed quietly, and soon, a new expedition began. This time, the tribe was nearly fully mobilized. Divided into 3 teams, they set out in 3 different directions to attack neighboring tribes. Only by doing so could they gather enough monster crystals and main souls to meet everyone's cultivation needs. Half a month later, 2 of the 3 teams returned. Although some people were injured and even sacrificed, their harvests were impressive. But the team led by 13, Wang Lin's eldest disciple, had no news at all. Days passed, and unease spread through the valley like a dark cloud. Then, 3 days later, just as dawn broke, a strange black mist drifted across the sky. As it drew closer, people could finally make out its form, a massive winged lion. Its body flickered between solid and ethereal, as if it was struggling to stay together. Upon its back lay a man, drenched in blood, motionless and pale. And that man was 13. Everyone froze. The lion was his main soul. Its collapse meant 13's life was hanging by a thread. Wang Lin immediately stepped forward, his eyes sharp with worry. He crouched beside 13, checking his condition. The disciple's face was deathly pale, his breathing gone, yet a faint red thread slithered beneath his skin like a living thing. Without hesitation, Wang Lin pressed his fingers to 13's chest. In an instant, the red thread shot out, wriggling like a snake toward Wang Lin's face. But an invisible spiritual barrier blocked it. With 2 fingers, Wang Lin calmly caught the thread and began to pull. A blood-red line, over 10 feet long, was dragged out from 13's body, twisting violently, hissing with resentment. A cold light flashed in Wang Lin's eyes. Within 3 breaths, the thread was reduced to ashes. With the parasite destroyed, color slowly returned to 13's face. His life was saved, but when Wang Lin examined him further, his expression darkened. 13's cultivation had been completely crippled. All his meridians were shattered, and even the soul flags he carried were gone. Whoever did this hadn't just tried to kill him, they'd made a point to leave him alive. It was deliberate and cruel. When 13 finally regained enough strength to speak, he recounted what had happened in broken fragments. On their return journey, his team had passed near a large tribe. Even though they tried to avoid it, they were ambushed. An old man dressed in white attacked, took his soul flag, and planted that red parasite in his body. He left only one message. If your master wants the soul flag back, tell him to come get it himself. Wang Lin's face turned to stone. Without a word, he ordered his people to tend to 13, then turned into a streak of green smoke and vanished from the valley. Wang Lin was never one to interfere in fate. If 13 had challenged someone and lost in a fair battle, he would have let it go. But this was different. His disciple had completed his mission and was ambushed on the way home. Not only was he crippled, but the enemy had even left a taunting message. This wasn't just a fight, it was a declaration of war. High above the plains, Wang Lin's eyes flashed coldly. From the extent of 13's injuries, he judged that the attacker was likely only at the spirit transformation stage. No one beyond that. That was enough. Far away, in the Xianxia tribe, protected by a powerful formation that spanned 10 miles, 2 old men sat sipping tea. One in gray nervously admitted he had injured a young man and taken his small flag, worried that revenge might come. The other, dressed in white, laughed dismissively. He revealed himself to be a deacon of the ancient monster city, claiming that killing a few wild men was no big deal. To him, anyone powerful enough would have already gone to the monster city to earn status, so the enemy couldn't be that strong. He had deliberately let 13 live to lure Wang Lin out and learn the secret behind the soul flags. Unfortunately for him, Wang Lin had already arrived. High in the sky above the tribe, Wang Lin didn't waste a second. With a single stomp, the earth below trembled and cracked. The protective formation immediately responded, repairing the damage and rebounding spiritual force toward him. But Wang Lin merely lifted his hand and used the finger of annihilation, channeling destructive power capable of erasing all things. The air rippled as his strike tore through the counterforce and shattered the protective veil of the formation. His voice boomed like thunder, echoing across the entire Xianxia tribe. Who dared to provoke me? The gray-clothed old man was instantly injured by the sheer force of that voice, while the white-clothed elder barely managed to stay standing, though his heart was already trembling with fear. He hurriedly declared his status, hoping to intimidate Wang Lin, but the name Ancient Monster City meant nothing to him. Wang Lin had already confirmed that this was the man who had taken 13's soul flag. His response was cold and final. You're already dead. The white-clothed elder tried to bluff, relying on the formation's power to keep Wang Lin out. But Wang Lin simply took out a weapon that made the heavens shake. The Axe of Creation. As the axe appeared, lightning gathered in the sky, thunder roaring endlessly. Wang Lin swung it down with terrifying force, his strike landing on the 10-mile-wide formation. The impact was cataclysmic. The formation blazed with light, trembling violently but still managing to hold on. It even absorbed some of the axe's force to strengthen itself. The old man laughed triumphantly, mocking Wang Lin for his futile efforts. But Wang Lin's expression didn't change. Instead, his eyes grew even colder. In the next moment, he did something so insane it defied logic. Instead of trying to break the formation, he drove his battle axe straight into the ground along the edge of the protected area. He cut deeper and deeper, until the entire 10-mile territory, protected by the formation, was severed from the earth itself. Then, with an immense surge of spiritual power, Wang Lin raised both hands. The sky shook. The land, an entire 10-mile stretch of earth, rose into the air, held aloft by a single man. Inside, everyone screamed in horror. The gray-clothed elder nearly fainted, and even the arrogant white-clothed deacon turned pale as death. No one had ever seen such an unbelievable sight, a man lifting a piece of land like a divine god. With a flicker, Wang Lin carried the entire formation-covered territory back toward his own valley. When his tribesmen saw him approaching, they were completely stunned. Before their eyes, Wang Lin descended from the sky, holding up a vast, glowing landmass wrapped in green light. He placed it down outside the valley, then sat cross-legged, calm as ever. With a single motion, he brought out the honored soul banner. Its aura alone made everyone tremble with reverence. 6 main souls, each radiating terrifying power, one of them even the remnant soul of a Qilin, flew out and surrounded the 10-mile-wide landmass. The soul banner unfurled, growing larger and larger until it completely wrapped the glowing territory inside its fabric. Then Wang Lin spoke a single word: refine. In an instant, the 6 main souls spewed out purple innate flames. The entire 10-mile land burst into violet fire, burning and shrinking rapidly. The screams of the trapped enemies echoed out, filled with terror and despair. The sky itself seemed to tremble, because Wang Lin, the demon god of the cultivation world, had begun refining an entire tribe alive.